Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit, you think I'm playing. Trouble hop out bustin' at it, brother miss, you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches glitching. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. Mala bro, he makes you vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around.
Wait. Who we got in here? Hello, everybody. Who's all in here? I see you, Freddie. What's good? What's good, dog soldier? Who the hell we got all in here? Salute, everybody. It's Friday.
I don't come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit, you think I'm playing. Trouble hop out bustin' at it, brother miss, you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches glitching. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. Mala bro, he makes you vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch. I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the mission, shit that we ain't do, we spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide. Think she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out, yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock, let's catch an op so I can test the bitch.
Well, hello, everyone. I see we got some members in this thing. How y'all doing? Salute, everybody. We got a tornado warning and shit. Like, we got tornado warnings? I don't even want to hear about that. No. How y'all doing, man? So I've been covering a little bit of this Diddy trial. I can say that I've been covering a little bit of this Diddy trial. And what we're going to do today is we're going to cover it together. Is he guilty or is he not guilty? Because, like I said before, people's minds, people's opinions, people's thoughts are allowed to change. Is Diddy just a victim of a bunch of freaky people just getting freaky? Or did Diddy have something so elaborate, some sneaky plan, some harem that no one else knew about? Who knows, right? So what they do is they lay it out. They lay it out, bro. They try to bury Sean Combs, bro. Hold on, let's get it going. What I want you to see in this is it's a sinister cover-up, y'all. This shit gets crazy. There was a poor little kitty cat stuck in the janitor room. I don't know how it got in there. I was trying to get him out, too. I didn't know how to get him out without breaking through the door. Hold on. I got us loaded up, y'all. Here we go. What's up, PJ? For all the ladies, I'm going to make this video about y'all because y'all deserve this video. If this man's the piece of shit that everybody thinks he is, let's air his ass out, bro. But if this is just a bunch of people that were getting freaky all the time, then I don't want him to go to prison. Because you got to get him for
messages
hearing.
That we're looking at being paid off $20 million. That we're looking at with her husband in the courtroom, who isn't too happy with some of the details that are coming out about her. And again, lots of things to talk about, especially with these older videos. I'm going to save this video for a later update. But we had a celebrity bodyguard, Big Homie, on Piers Morgan recently.
Big Homie
about how Diddy was abusing a lot of party substances for over 20 plus years. This being one of many things that turned him into a deviant, into a very kind of destructive type of person that had his loved ones hurt in adult fashions in more ways than one. But again, that's been the main kind of details about all of this. I'm not seeing any kind of proof of racketeering. I'm not seeing any kind of international S trafficking when she's texting back, "I'm ready for all the freak offs."
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any of that. I'm seeing people being abusive and horrible to each other. I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, I see people being in a relationship where it might be abusive, it might be horrible, but there's like a real fine line that has to be drawn, whether you're staying or whether you're forced to stay or whether you're not forced to stay or whether you even enjoy it or not. And that's what I don't understand with all this. Like, it's starting to look like maybe Cassie was okay with some of it, just not other parts of it.
About
and that don't make it right.
I want to know more
either.
about these tapes. I want to know more about what this man had to say here, which I think is pretty important to pinpoint and to connect the dots on more than ever.
When it was announced that he had CCTV film cameras in the house, and when the Homeland Security did the initial raid, they didn't inform the raiding officers whose home they were raiding because they had information that he might have been protected. And you know,
so the police that raided his home initially didn't even know whose home they were raiding. They were just going to raid, man. That's wild. Think about that. Think about that, man. We're just going to do our job. I mean, that's the way it's done.
Part of Epstein's thing was to get people in precarious situations, and then you have this footage that you can use against them to be able to have your way with champions of the industry and able to.
And I completely agree with that. You can sell them. You can have your way with people. Hey, look at this video I got of you. Oh, yeah. Remember that night you got all fucked up with us and we did this video? Would you like me to release it? Or we need laws passed. We need laws passed, y'all. Who is Diddy hanging out with, y'all?
Control policy. He does the same thing.
Yeah, and this confirms what we've been telling you from the very beginning of this particular case here, that this was the music black side of the Epstein saga that, of course, has been playing out in our entertainment and political circus for a very, very long time, with many times and in many instances the direct aid and assistance of the feds that probably went after him because he got too big for his bridges and he kind of came after a politician or someone too powerful. There was some kind of deal that wasn't working out, and it looks like there was a big deal that was financially in the works.
We know what he did. He went after all those people that had them liquor companies, bro. Who was it? Diageo or whatever? 10 inmates escaped in New Orleans. Well, I'll be damned. Holy shit. 10 got away? That's a lot, bro.
Works here that I, of course, fell through right beforehand, which signals that Diddy probably said, I got all these people. And who was he hanging out with? He was hanging out with the Clintons. He was hanging out with the Obamas. He was hanging out with the LeBron Jameses, the Oprah Winfreys, the very powerful people, the Ellen DeGenereses in our society that, of course, they were very close with. Ellen kind of ran away, kind of hid away from everything. But the first part of what this guy explains is a little convoluted, doesn't make sense. The second part here connects the dots on what we've been saying for a long time, and that this was an extortion operation from the very beginning.
That's extortion.
So,
what's up, Primo Dupree?
You want to be able to seal a big deal, and there's a guy you don't
members up in this motherfucker. Look at all the members in this bitch, man. We got members.
Likes to party. It's easy to set that up. You know, you send a guy a screenshot like, yeah, man, you had such a good time with those 2 underage girls yesterday, man. You remember this video right here?
Ooh. Imagine a night out after being drunk. Drunk as a skunk, yo. Getting drunk as could be. Imagine. And you wake up and Diddy's got a video of you and saying, hey, remember this last night with the 12-year-olds? Or those 15-year-olds? Remember the great night you had with those 16-year-olds? And you're like, OMG. What's up, AP? You fucking remember you?
That person is going to have some incentive.
Or with those two dudes clapping your cheeks here,
Ha ha!
as of course so synonymously happens within the rap and hip hop industry, where all these hard brothers are moaning and groaning behind the scenes, and
It is very known that there's gayness in rap.
Very, very telling. Now, before getting into the testimony of Casey Ventura, we wanted to tell you about
We don't care about your thing here.
how she faced a lot of physical abuse, control, and violence by P. Diddy. She had a civil lawsuit against Diddy, where we just found out she settled out of court with for $20 million. Yes.
She only got 20 million?
Sued Diddy personally. Diddy paid her off $20 million.
Okay. So 20 million bucks is a lot of money still. That's a lot of bread, Cassie. So it comes out that Cassie got 20 million out of that deal, y'all. I know a lot of us were slinging numbers around, 50 million, 30 million. She got 25 million. She got this much million. She got 195 million. She got 20 million out of that, which is a chunk of fucking money, bro, for you to give away to somebody for something that you didn't do.
And she is still a part of this federal case here,
Of course.
testifying against him that he forced himself.
I need to know who these people are that are chalking up these people. This artist sucks. This artist sucks. Fire him. Whoever this artist is, I'm not saying I'm world-renowned artist or anything, but this artist sucks, bro. I've seen kids draw better. Anybody else agree with me? What's up, Lex? Salute, bro. Good seeing you. Another member. This motherfucking artist sucks, bro. Fire him.
On her in one specific incident, she talked about how he would threaten people, how he would make people afraid. And she, of course, talked about the many assaults and many of the very debaucherous behaviors which she allegedly did not want to happen. Now, we are also getting...
Okay, so here it is. We got 10 people in here. I don't know if we have as many ladies as I would like. I'm gonna wait on this I'm gonna wait on that conversation because I would like to have a few more ladies in here. Because I know Freddie's in here. Let me see if anybody else said anything. PJ's in here. I'd like to have a few more ladies. That's all. Because like there's a big question that's in my brain about all of this. Like it's got something to do with the R word, but it's
other very salacious reports here talking about how Casey's husband is there, and they're going through Casey's text messages, and Casey is texting stuff buddy. Like she's ready for all the Diddy parties, according to some of the people at the trial. She's also texting a lot of other debaucherous behavior, which shows that the prosecution
apparently they ate up Cassie today in the court, making everybody look like a werewolf in the pictures. Yeah, he looks bad, bro. That artist sucks, bro. He sucks. I mean, he's okay. I mean, he's not bad, but he sucks, bro. It's a federal trial.
He's a victim that the defense is going to argue was enjoying and a willing participant in all of this, especially when looking at those text messages. Now, there's also photos that people are being shown here for this particular trial, and
Wow.
the judge issued an order saying the videos are a little bit too much. We'll show you screenshots. And allegedly, the screenshots they're saying are very neck bending. There's one specific incident of Casey's husband glaring at Diddy during
live.
this.
All right, hold on 1 second. Apparently, they ate Cassie up today with this. Cassie vindicated today. Okay. Well, let's see what Tiss is saying, man. Let's go to the live. Tissa tells outside the courtroom.
In his interrogation video, he settled this a long time ago that he did have a tape, but he made
Jonathan Odie, baby. The artist is hilarious with those pictures. I think so too. Don't tell me Jonathan Odie's being brung into it. Is this the Jonathan Odie day? Oh man, dude.
secretly taped all their interactions then and after that to make sure that nobody could pin anything on him. Again, Diddy was always into dark stuff. And how is it that Cassie was the one that was supposed to be leading Diddy astray, but Diddy was always the one never passed out? Cassie was always the one blacked out, passed out, sores in the mouth, UTIs, and God knows whatever else. Anyway, Shannon Walter says, I love being a tattletale. What was his attitude today? And his family, were they smugged or pissed? Thanks, Tisa. And also, Jacqueline Canary Park said, you're so good. Better thank the podcast. Oh, thank you.
Good job, bro.
I appreciate that so much. So listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Before the break, so I did a live where I was like, yo, Cassie just got called up. This isn't good, right? Christy Love, new subscriber. Thank you. Thank you so much, Christy, for gifting all the creators that are covering this. And there's a lot, girl. I hope you got your piggy bank ready. Also, Terry Thomas said, you do such a good job. Keep it moving, girl. Okay, so listen. After the break, before the break, when I said Cassie got caught up, I was feeling somber. I was like, listen, and I said it on my live last time. I believe Cassie, but I think they need the expert witness in to come in too sweet to actually explain what's going on. Because
you know what I think? You know what I think? I think they brung out Cassie too early, y'all. I think they brung Cassie too early. Wouldn't you want Cassie to be like last? That way, that's the last thing the jury has in their mind. That's just my thought. If that's your star witness, the woman that was with him forever and ever and ever and has all these freak offs, I would think that I would want Cassie to be last. That's the last thing I want on the jury's mind when they go back into that box. They're going to forget things that Cassie said now. Let's start writing them down.
For people that either are not familiar with trauma, and if you're not, count your blessings, or for people that just want to act ignorant, they're going to look for that end. And I knew it was going to be a bloodbath. And I came out, and within 5 minutes, it was all over all the blogs. It's funny to me in the blogs that whenever Diddy get his butt handed to him, nobody got anything to say. But for some reason, and when I say blogs, I'm talking about mainstream media also. But whenever Diddy hasn't even the slightest win, it's all over the headlines. I believe they are paying for those posts, but that's just my permission. That's just my thinking. Thanks. That's just my opinion. But here's the thing, you guys, okay? When Cassie got caught up or tripped up a little bit, everybody was smug. Baby oil bandits were up. They was taking notes. They was doing their thing. Diddy was sitting there looking like, yeah, I got you. He was so smug. And Cassie was very flustered. But I see it now after talking to the expert witness, the expert on DB, why Cassie was so flustered. Because she knows the way it plays out. Because she knows. Let me tell you something. And I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. Do you know what I think was the biggest issue with this trial is, and what was Cassie's biggest thing? And I was talking to Sade. She works directly with victims like this, and she had a good point. Let me read it to y'all. She said that she thinks the biggest obstacle is the way the women on the jury look. Hear me out. She says the biggest obstacle is the way the women on the jury look. And, of course, the men, right? You know, it goes on to say that
what is it? White
when
women?
You look at Cassie, a lot of people looked at her as goals. She looked like she had everything. Beautiful face, beautiful body. She had fame. She had a famous boyfriend. She married a super handsome husband. And that's why this case was so shocking, because when we found out what she had to do for that fame, we were gagged, we were shocked, and we were appalled. The domestic violence counselor said Cassie's biggest thing. Oh, thank you, the big picture, Melvin Sire Jr. said the great job on the updates, Bright Eyes. Thank you. Also, Boss Up Bianca, thank you so much for the super chat.
You know,
Dana T,
another thing
thank you for
too,
joining
they
us.
haven't even they brung out Cassie and they haven't even brung in the fact that there's a murder in this. You know, outside the murder outside the studio and all that. We haven't even began to crack anything. I don't understand the prosecution bringing Cassie out first. Don't you think there should be like detectives brung out first, or maybe like people that's done this detective work on trials like this, or on arrests like this, like expert fucking detectives or whatever? I don't think Cassie should have been number one on the stand, bro. I really don't. What's up, Sunshine? Hey.
Souls family. Also, Minnie Freed, you're amazing at providing
Excuse
the
me.
facts of intelligence and humor.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
weird.
so much. I appreciate you. Also, CC 2 Cent said, seems like Diddy took a parental role with Cassie, starting when she was 19, leading to a complex dynamic of control and approval seeking. I'm a content creator too. Thanks for your hard work. CC 2 Cents, y'all, go ahead and follow CC 2 Cents. Listen up for everybody to eat on these YouTube streets. Go support her. Nobody,
We're out
nobody.
there too, Tissa. There's enough for everybody to eat. You just got to know to do it.
Thank you for joining the family. And it's all a dream. Said, God bless you, Tisa. You've been keeping me informed, empowered, and laughing all week. Great coverage.
Could I get you to hit that like button, please? Did he go to jail or did he not go to jail? I'm going to give you my opinion right now. It may change. It may change. But as it stands right now, AD believes he's going to go to jail, but not on all charges. There will be a lot of charges that are dropped. Because so far, they haven't proven racketeering. Like they have not proved racketeering. Tissa Tells is beautiful, bro. They've kind of proved, you know, you can kind of, with the sex thing and all that, you can kind of prove sex trafficking because you really don't have to move the body. The way it's worded, you don't have to move anybody.
Okay, so Cassie got 30 million total. She hasn't
30 million
received it
total
from the Intercontinental, but she got 30 million total.
Good for
Ebony
her.
BGDD said, thanks for all the hard work. You're amazing. And Ann FJ311 said, thank you for being our eyes and ears. Okay, so listen, thank you all. So let me explain this really thing. The domestic violence person was like, yo, it's called fawning. It is called fawning. Now, what is fawning? Let me get back to the point about the jury. There is not one person on the jury, and they're pretty, but there's not one person on the jury that is an ex-model, is an ex-actress, that is a singer, and there's not anybody that is drop dead gorgeous and very, very attractive. And this don't got nothing to do with putting anybody down.
Damn.
They're pretty. But here's the thing. Unless you see as an uber attractive woman,
He just hasn't met you
the
yet.
way the issue
Well. I don't know what to tell you,
issues
bro.
you deal with, the way you're
already
preyed on,
married, bro.
the way men treat you, you really don't
I just
even
don't have my ring
understand.
on right now.
Now, some people be like, oh my God, but it's from the outside looking in. Because you think because somebody's uber attractive, they got everything handed to them, instead of realizing
attitude,
that they
man.
are literally, especially when you're young, you are literally
Ladies,
sitting there like a
attitude has
deer in the
everything to do
woods,
with it.
waiting for the lions or antelope, whatever, pounce on you. Again, the same way a man will say that somebody just
You know what really puts... You got a notification, bro? Literally never gave you a notification. Ain't that a bitch? YouTube don't love me, bro. Or it's the haters.
Haters will hate always. That's what they do. They hate.
They hate, bro. The only one thing that sticks Tissa out from all of this, besides the fact that she's beautiful as hell, is that she tells the truth, man. She tells the truth. She's not a Tasha K. She's not a fucking old girl. What's her name that went at Diddy? She's not those people. She comes up here and she tries to tell the truth, bro. So much she went and paid to go to the trial. to give you the truth. Even when Cassie was going through it, she came out and said Cassie was going through it. They whipping Cassie's ass in there. She gives you the
Working a
truth.
9 to 5 does not understand the type of issues you deal with when you are a multimillionaire and the type of things you have to
Thanks
deal
for
with.
being here,
I
Apple.
feel like a lot of people, men and women on that jury, are not going to understand what Cassie was going through unless they actually lived that life and that lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So that is already something that Cassie was dealing with. But then there's also something called fawning, right?
Only
And
thing
this
I
is the
say is
biggest
share it
thing
alive, y'all.
that they need to.
Share
Okay,
it,
this
baby.
is,
I need y'all
Hi.
to share it and hit that
Oh,
like
okay.
button.
This is the biggest thing that they actually like
They shadow
looked into,
banning me.
right? What is fawning?
I'm just
Fawning
joking.
is common, especially in trauma responses.
The vertical salute, bro.
Fawning is common in trauma and
I need
responses
everybody
to
to become
psychological
members
terms. I took
over
some
here.
notes. Hold on.
Become
Fawning is a trauma
member.
response
We
where
are
someone
fully
tries to
monetized.
appease, please.
We are fully monetized and we are fully able to give away our ad revenue now. Become a motherfucking
and
member,
overly
y'all.
accommodate others, especially people they perceive as threatening, in order to avoid conflict, abuse, or
Of course,
rejection.
Cassie was
It's one of
scared.
the 4 common trauma responses: fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Okay? Fight. How it connects to victims, right? If someone is a victim,
Dude, Cassie's on the stand scared to death, probably, bro. Gotta look this motherfucker in the eye once again that she hoped to never see again. You know what I'm saying? I think we're getting some women in here. When we get some more women in here, I want to ask a question, man. I want to know why. When a woman says no, where's the line drawn? You know, because you're with the man for so long, you can tell him no one time, but yes another time. I think there needs to be lines drawn, man. And I don't know where that line is with a woman. I'm a man. I'm going to go with no if you say no regardless. Fuck you. If you say no to me, I'm never fucking you.
they over apologize to avoid more backlash. They change their views or actions just to please others. They're being overly agreeable to stay safe and regain control, and they're suppressing their real thoughts or personality. It's a survival strategy rooted in fear, okay? Often unconscious, but when extreme abuse, it is a first tactic survival fear, and it's especially common in people who grew up around unpredictable or abusive authority figures. Cassie was fawning. Even when Diddy
She was
texted her,
married to him
do you
for
want to
how
do a freak
long,
off? And
y'all?
she would be like, I would love
10
to do one,
years?
because she knew when she denied him, he would go in on her. So she would say, I would love to do one, but I have something tomorrow. And let me tell y'all something. I think every man or woman around knows when you
See, that's
read
what the
Cassie's
blogs,
text.
that's what these retarded ass blogs aren't putting out. They're putting out that, yeah, she's texting back, I would love to do one. But she's not putting in, they're not putting in, but I have plans tomorrow. Or, oh, I'm giving an excuse afterwards. See, you fucking people ain't worth a fuck when you come up here and lie just for views. You ain't worth a fuck, bro.
Because when you read them, it sounds like someone that doesn't want to do it, but they're still trying to appease someone, so they say something sound. Now, listen, you can believe in fawning, you can believe in not fawning. I'm not
I believe
really
people just get scared.
going to get into that. Kim Marie Norman, I
I
do want
believe
to thank
people go through abuse and
a
just
few members, right?
scared,
Oh
bro.
my God, all these
They
super
just
chats are
go
literally
wrong,
great.
like she said.
Hold on, Kim Marie Norman said, Nessa, thank you so much for the super
You
chat.
got to remember,
Kim Marie
too, bro.
Norman,
You have to remember also, what's good, Wookie? Diddy took her out of nothing and put her in a lifestyle she never dreamed of. And if she didn't go along with what Diddy said, guess what? That lifestyle's gone. You're back in the gutter. So yeah, fawning I could see, scared I could see, fucking damn scared I could see. You know, you not only are you now taking care of yourself, you're out of the situation you're in, but now you've got your whole family living that fucking life. And if you divorce this man, now you and your mama, your grandmama, all the people you love will suffer. So I do understand where Cassie's coming from there, bro. Why she didn't leave. Why she just didn't up and leave Diddy, I absolutely understand. It's a lifestyle, man, that they get into. I'm telling you.
Norman said, thank you for keeping us timely and updated. Thank you. I appreciate that. Also, LaBaze, thank you for joining the Tattle Talks family. Aja Haitians, thank you so much. James Johnson said, get it, girlie. Hit that like button. And Cher Holland, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, we got Rosie Metha. Thank you for the super chat. And we got, hold on, y'all. We got Tabitha Dawn said, why did the defense object to Dawn testifying? I'll tell you why. We're about to get into that, right?
Oh,
Trick1913 said, thank you for the updates and doing the boots on the ground work for CSM Farm. Stay safe. Thank y'all for funding me. Also, Edgar Verdi, thank you so much for the membership. And then Ricardo Lucen said, Tisa, I didn't see you this morning. I got worried. Tisa's alarm didn't go off. But y'all, I'm going to start being every single morning. You only got to tell me once. Thank you for the concern. And Serban Brianna said, at this point, she's making him win. No, she's not. Diddy is nowhere close to winning at all.
This is nowhere near over, y'all. This is nowhere near even started. Because they still have a murder. There's ain't there somebody like a shooting outside of a studio? That indictment's long, bro. This is nothing. Cassie being first on the stand, they may have some shit up their sleeve, bro.
Oh, also Ebony BGDD said, thanks for all the hard work. Kim Marie, I gotta find your message again, but sometimes if I let these go down the screen, I can't find them anymore. It's so annoying. I'm sure it'll pop back up. Linda Alos, thank you so much for the super chat. And Camille said, thank you, good job. Now we're about to talk to why Don. Now listen, let me just say, if you don't believe that fawning is real, and you don't believe that the actual experts say that what Cassie was texting and doing is exactly what you do in that situation, then you just got to have your own conversation, because maybe the facts are the facts. These people went to school for almost 15 years. I don't need your opinion from what you saw that happened down the street. And I say that with respectful. So it is fine with that. But I will say this, right? The defense is now trying to get Dawn not to testify. Why? They're trying to say that she was supposed to be forced labor, and they said she didn't qualify, so she can't testify about the forced labor. But why do they really not want her testifying? They don't want her testifying because Dawn literally witnessed a bunch of Diddy's brutal beatings.
Yep.
You know, and witnessed him having Cassie strung out, and witnessed how he had that girl treating her like a rag doll and living in fear, and witnessing how it wasn't
getting her strung out is wild, bro.
Actually sex trafficking. Dawn is a witness, and they're trying to block that. The federal prosecutors came in and said, no, you don't understand. We're not talking about the forced labor, and she's not talking about this and that. We just want her to talk about what she saw and witnessed about the Diddy criminal enterprise and what he did to Cassie and the way Cassie acted. And the feds are doing their best to try to fight anybody from actually talking about it. So ask yourself why an innocent man, they got all this stuff and got the defense working on him. Ask him why all he can do. Diddy can't win on the facts. All he can do is win off of Instagram spin. All he can do is win off of suppressing people's voices. All he can do is win off of silencing. If he silences everybody, he wins. If he can control the blogs, maybe he wins. But the funny thing is, all these people,
he ain't controlling this blog, because guess what? We think freely over here.
Defending Diddy and all the paid bots, Diddy can't win on the truth. And even though he tried his best to make Cassie look like a liar, baby, the people in the courtroom know, at least the people that literally will accept that there is such a thing as victims of abuse. And domestic violence doesn't mean that you are sitting there locked in the shed, treated like a wild animal. It could mean that DB sex trafficking, the face of it is someone that controls your mind and has beat you down so much, like a dog that still is loyal to you, even though you beat them down and they're tortured, that you don't even need to have them shackled up. They'll go and lock them themselves in the cage. Y'all, this case is a trial of the century. And I will say one thing, this case is a wake-up call for the way we deal with victims of domestic violence, the way we look at what sex trafficking is. That's part of the reason why people can't even recognize when sex trafficking is going on, because they think it's something like Liam Nielsen taken. I agree. They're all kept in a cage and bought out. When in real life, it is literally you being mentally held hostage.
I totally agree with her, bro. I do. When women are being forced to stick in a relationship they don't want to be in, bro, that's sickening. And it happens every day, all the time. And probably at least one in every neighborhood. One in every neighborhood, bro.
Also, Charnel Bell, thank you so much for the super chat. Renee Elise,
You know,
said you
men
love
don't have to really go through that. Men don't have to go through that unless they're a piece of shits and they count on the woman to take care of them. But women have to go through things like that, and I feel for you for that.
channel. Margie Ross, thank you so much, Mama. I appreciate you.
Just to put it this way, real men don't do those things.
I'm gonna get a shout out to
That isn't something that a real man.
Did I miss?
That isn't something that a real man's gonna stand on. You know, his woman. You know, beating his woman to make her stay. What kind of fucking man you think you are? You're gonna beat her into submission? Y'all seen that whole video that got released, right? Diddy's a creep. He tried to fucking football kick Cassie down the hallway. That's something you do to I wouldn't even do that to a stray animal.
In Canary Park said, yes, I was nearly killed. I was nearly killed by my sister. When I was alone with her brother and friend and they left. People don't understand the stabs of fear. Exactly. Not by your sister, but with her. I apologize. AKA Respect Pickle said, you left your abusive boyfriend 5 years ago. 3 years later, hearted to talk. He wanted to talk. He grabbed your hand and wouldn't let go. You felt rushed in. Exactly. Y'all, we got to wake up. I'm Mayas's mom. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jamie Goldsmith Corrigan, thank you for the super chat. Barbara Domingo, thank you for the super chat. We are live outside the courtroom. Dana T said, keep up the great work. T said, thank you so much, Dana T. I appreciate you. Anthony Martin said, you're the Black Lois Lane. Lois Lane is a white Tisa talent. Okay, anyway, can't wait for your Diddy Old Man River walk into the courtroom to become a meme. Also, George Jensen said, Lord have mercy. I love this woman. Thank you so much, George. I'm still trying to find out what Kim Marie said to me, but get this. Alex Fine. Hold on a second. Hold on. Really
yeah,
quick,
I seen one on upstairs door.
Alex
I'm not the
Fine,
only one. They didn't even come in last time.
Who has made a statement to the press. Alex Fine has made a statement
to the press.
Let me read that to y'all really quick. Thank you so much, Keith.
What's the
Keith,
statement?
Hold on. Let me get the statement.
Come on, Tissa.
Last thing before I go in, Keith 7118. Thank you so much for the super chat. Alex Fine has just made a statement. I'm gonna read that to y'all. For all y'all saying, oh, he gonna leave Cassie, I would leave. Shut up. Anyway, Nest Dog was at work. What happened? Your title said yes.
That's the stupidest shit going around the blogs now. He's gonna leave Cassie for everything. He's gonna leave Cassie for everything that Cassie's went through. He's gonna leave Cassie for all the stuff that he's heard on the stand. That's the dumbest shit in the world, bro. If you love your woman, you ain't gonna leave your woman for past things. Everybody's got to grow up. Why are we in this new age thing of, oh my God, I didn't know that about her? You married her? You're gonna divorce her for what you heard on the stand? No, you're gonna love her even more for fucking being a woman and taking the stand against this fucking predator. He's a predator, bro.
Cassie was vindicated. Diddy's team almost made her look like a liar right before the break, but the prosecution came back and vindicated her. Deb H said, you remind me of Lisa Bonet during the 90s. Oh my God. Thank y'all so much. And Cassie is also sorry via her lawyer. Let me read these statements to you.
All right, let's go.
Will allow me to. Alex Fine made a great statement this is directly from Kesh on Twitter saying Alex Fine made a great statement via his lawyer about challenging yet empowering how this has been for her. She said the more she heals, the more she remembers, and the more she remembers, the more she will never forget. He said this week has been extremely challenging, but also remarkably, this is Cassie's statement. Oh, thank you so much, Happy, for the super chat. She said, this week has been extremely challenging, but also remarkably empowering and healing for me. I hope that testimony has given strength and a voice to other survivors and can help others who have suffered to speak up and also heal from abuse and fear. For me, the more I heal, the more I can remember, and the more I can remember, the more I will never forget. Douglas Wigler made that on behalf of Cassie. She said, I want to thank my family and my advocates for their unwavering support. And I'm grateful for the kindness and encouragement that I've received. I'm glad to put this chapter of my life to rest as I turn a new leaf and ask for continued privacy see happiness and health from my family, for my growing family. Baby, that is the best revenge. Live your life. Alex also made a statement. Let me pull that up really quick.
These are for Cassie.
Hold on really quick. Let me grab Alex's statement. And then I'm trying to see. Oh, they left already? Okay. I was trying to see if I could catch them by the courthouse. And Lindo Alus, and also Happy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Also want to say thank you to Anne Marie for joining. And Zero Fit Life said the crazy part is the same men who say they go for younger women because they're easier to control and manipulate are the same men saying Cassie isn't a victim. Exactly. They are sick. They are sick. Lord, cover me with the gift of discernment.
I'm sorry, man.
Keep me away from.
I still can. I'm still one of them men that can believe no matter how long you're with that man, you still could be a victim of what he has planned for his own self. You know, what she was married to might not have been what she thought she was married to. Diddy may have had his own plans in mind. And if those get figured out, you're fucked. You're in a situation like this.
These type of people. But anyway, really quick, I just want to say a few more super chats. Let me go and get into Alex's statement. Because Alex wants us to know he ain't going nowhere. And y'all can say whatever you want about his wife, but don't forget that's him, his MF and wife, and that's going to stay his MF and wife. I mean, Alex hit the jackpot. Say what you want. You got a woman that looked like Cassie. They got you 3 beautiful kids, and she worth $30 million. Baby, I'd be 1 million on the streets for her too.
Yeah,
but Alex was with her when she was broken and there was nothing left, and picked her up. That man loves him some Cassie.
That like
and also Johnny Appleseed said, "I thank God for you in that courtroom and for coming outside with the truth. You are a beautiful soul and brilliant mind." Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And the heart of gold. Catching my brothers being like, please. Anyway, right? Somebody said Carrie Harris said, "It's a Nicki comment true?" So Nicki Minaj, Laura London, Nicki Minaj, a few other people were mentioned in the thing, but Nicki Minaj, she was mentioned by, they said that Diddy paid for studio time with Cassie and Nicki. But the funny thing is, that's another thing I was saying, defense is proven prosecution's point. You had her in the studio and you paid for all these studio times, and you had her in the studio with some of the biggest stars, but you ain't let one song come out. And Cassie was big back then. You didn't let one song come out.
Cassie, bro. And he had her locked to a 10 record deal and wouldn't let no records come out. You had her locked to a 10 album deal and wouldn't let none but one record come out. And she made money on that record. She made bread on that record, bro. If that's not proof he wanted to control her, I don't know what is, bro. Had her signed to a 10 record fucking deal, dude. And let one record come out under Bad Boy. What's up, Kev? That's he entrapped that woman, bro. He entrapped her, had her sign NDAs, all that shit.
Ask yourself, why is that? Because you didn't want her to have a career. You just wanted her to be your little next slave. Anyway, here's what Alex said. He said, "Over the past 5 years, the world has gotten to witness the strength and bravery of my wife, freeing herself of the past. There has been speculation online surrounding how it must feel for me to sit there and listen to my wife's testimony. I felt so many
good songs. She had a few good songs. That first album of hers was a hit though, because who she came out under. I mean, you're honest.
Things sitting here. I felt tremendous pride.
Music is
tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass. I felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her. So to him and all those who helped him along the way, please know this: you did not. You did not break her spirit, nor her smile that lights up every room. You did not break the souls of a mother who gives the best hugs and plays the silliest games with our little girls. You did not break the woman who has made me a better man. I did not save Cassie.
She's holding her tears in.
I did not save Cassie, as some have said. To say that is an insult to the years of painful work my wife has done to save herself. Cassie saved Cassie. She alone broke free from abuse, coercion, violence, and threats. She did the work of fighting the demons that only a demon himself could have done to her. All I have done is love her as she loved me. Her life is now surrounded by love, laughter, and our family. This horrific chapter is forever behind us, and we will not be making additional statements. We appreciate all the. I know that's right. Go and buy your private.
Hey, dude, it's over. If she doesn't have to fucking testify again, it's over then. Yeah, I don't know of any songs either. I'll be honest. But he didn't let her do anything, really. He shelved her. He shelved Cassie. She could dance. She could sing. She could have made a hit. They said she had songs with all these artists and he would not release them. Diddy is a monster. What do y'all think? Guilty, not guilty? I mean, it's way too early. Way too early. I don't get why the prosecution called Cassie number one. Don't you think there's some like detectives or something you could call number one or build the case a little bit before you throw Cassie in that motherfucker? Unless they've just got so much, bro. You say guilty? She proved he was abusive. We saw the video. We know he's abusive. Well, they were saying that the trafficking doesn't even that trafficking doesn't even come along with you having to move anyone. They can move themselves. So like Cassie could come to New York from LA and then he'd be sex trafficking her. He's guilty of something. That's what I say. I think some things are going to be thrown out, but then some things are going to stick. I think Diddy will do some time. I think he's guilty of anything sex. I think he's guilty of anything trafficking. But I don't know about racketeering, man. Like money and all that. Did he use that? Did he do all that for profit? I don't know, man. He's off the adrenochrome. That's a whole nother fucking chapter, bro. Yeah, whoever's making those, yeah, they got him on a RICO. I don't like. He's like the only RICO ever seen with no one under him. Like nobody else has filed a charge under any RICO charge, but Diddy. They got overzealous and charged him. I know, Kev. That's what I'm scared of. They did get overzealous, I feel. No, they got him in a they said he was dressed like Mr. Rogers the other day. Yeah, one person organization, bro. Hi, Kitty. Have you guys seen Kitty Cat? Come here, little Kitty. Come here, happy boy. There's Kitty. He's big now. He's a big boy. He's a big old kitty now. Tell my kitty. Tell my. Say hi, kitty. Yeah, he got big, didn't he? He weighs like 12 pounds. Hi, Kiki. He always goes after my fucking bottles, bro. Go. You just can't have it. No. Let's see. Them records was weed plates and frisbees. Signing her to a 10 fucking album deal, it is wild, bro. And then to think all those out, no. No. And then to think like, get down, dude. You're fucker. Made me lose my train of thought. He's like, you're big kitty. That's funny. The big pimping video was shot partly at Epstein Island. Was it really though? What? That standard jerking artist. Diddy had Puff and Mace and shitty record deals. I know. Like fucking what they call them 501k deals or whatever. What they called 360 deals. That's why all his artists hate him. Yeah, that's why he was trying to sign back all of his fucking trying to give back all of his masters so these fucking people don't come up and try to come up against him in courts. What I think Diddy knew he was going down. I'll give you guys your masters back. You just sign these NDAs. Those chicks in that one chick band didn't go for it. Own their publishing and everything. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. That's exactly why he gave it back. Fiesta. I thought that big pimping video was off Miami Beach. That's a big cat. He lays in my bed. I don't know, man. Let's hear what the rest of what Tiss got to say.
Island and live in peace with that 30 million. We appreciate all the love and support.
30 million, some cash he got out of his ass.
Privacy as we welcome our son. Oh, they now have a
We're having
son.
a baby.
Our son into a world that is now safer because of his mom. I know that's right. You better eat them all the way up, Alex, and let Diddy know you ain't stopped nothing.
Yeah,
the only thing that got stopped, Diddy, was your career and that track. And I don't care what anybody says. That's what a real man does. They protect you enough that leaves you the space to grow and stand in your power. And that's what Alex.
You know what? That's what a real woman does too. Not just men. It's what real women do. They back off and they let their man shine. They let him grow. They let him become better. Real women do that too. Real men back off, let their women become the better woman. It's all about being better people.
Did. Hello, Candy Ortiz said, Tisa, I love you, girl. Thank you. And also Tony said, keep going, Tisa. Oh my God, Tony, I will keep going. Thank you for buying me dinner.
She got 30 million total, huh?
Okay, let's keep going. Tony, thank you for the generous super chat. I appreciate
A lot
you.
of bread.
Also, Angela Allen
Right
said,
off
thank
into
you.
the
Your
sunset.
updates are so good. Will anyone else
You got
be
a lot of
charged?
healing to do.
It looks
but
like Diddy might have co-conspirators, security and assistance, but we are going to know Sunday at 5 p.m. Well, actually Monday, but the judge is getting Sunday at 5 p.m. the full government witness list. If you are not on that
Ooh.
witness list, you are a co-conspirator, and co-conspirators get charged with just as much as the head honcho in charge.
Ooh, is there going to be more indictments coming down?
1771 said,
What did she
thank
say, Monday?
you for your phenomenal coverage. Love from London. Evening, Governor. Love from just touched down in London town. Okay, so hold on. Who else am I missing? Hold on really quick. Sean Kearney said, as a victim of grape and DV, I know you will say anything to stay safe while you're trying to figure a way out. Exactly. If people only hear that, they might think you want to stay, but it's a tactic to survive. Exactly. It's a tactic to survive. Also, Edgar Verdi, thank you so much for the super chat. Nicola, thank you again for the super chat. Hold your
See, all that baby oil shit, I don't believe it. I don't actually believe it, y'all. That's what I was saying too, Kevin. Like, your co-conspirators or co-defendants are on the paperwork with you. Like, can there be an indictment this much time later? I don't know. I mean, a list is about to drop, apparently.
Super chat. I appreciate y'all.
Co-conspirators.
Listen, you guys, let me get back
But
in.
You know what I'm thinking? If it's co-conspirators, they might be telling. That's what I'm thinking. If they're co-conspirators and not being charged, they might be telling, bro. Diddy should know that Shine is Cody. You know Shine's coming up there. You know Shine's coming up there, bro. He'll be called to the witness stand. He'll be up on the witness stand for sure.
To that courtroom, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you, everyone. And Kim Marie, I'm going to find your comment and find a way to read it. It just flew by me.
Yeah, man. What's up, Spider-Man? It's kind of too early for me to say guilty or not guilty, but I can't stand the way I'm hearing and seeing how he treated women, dude. Like, just he no care in the world for fucking anyone. And I guess that's what money does to people, but it wouldn't do that to me. I would be more philanthropist with it. I would want to help the world with my money. Where Diddy fucked up at was suing those people that own all that alcohol. And they started bringing out all of his bad issues. They started bringing them to the forefront. Oh, people don't know about this. Let's show the people this. Oh, the people don't know about this. Let's show them this. Then the feds start to see it. And then people start closing in on it, just like the Big U case. They did Big U just like they did fucking Diddy. Just the same exact way, bro. They started outing him. They started smutting his name. They started saying everything he was doing wrong. Then all of a sudden, the feds raid his house, and boom. They did the same thing to Big U. Started smutting him, got on there, started telling everything he was doing wrong, and then they raided his home. Same shit. It's like it's the same shit that happens to a person every time. You got to do it right in line. Diddy and Cassie were drug addicts in a toxic relationship. I believe that totally. Totally. But when a woman says it's time to go, when is she allowed to go though? Right? Like, if she's scared to go, where does she go? That's the biggest. That's going to be the biggest thing in the Cassie and Diddy part of the trial. I don't know if the Cassie and Diddy part is even that big, really. If you're talking about racketeering, fucking sex trafficking, all this dumbass shit like that, I don't think the Cassie part is even that deep. That's probably why she was first. A woman has the right to say no at any time, but that's the problem. What if she stays 6 years after that, though? Can she go then say, I told him no 6 years ago. I was just scared to leave. You think so, Kevin? It might be that it ain't shit. It might be just to prove that he don't give a fuck about women. He don't give a fuck about nobody but himself. He beat on his wife. That don't mean shit. That's all I'm proving with that. And then we're going to move on to the bigger issues. Because there is a murder involved. There was a shooting outside of that fucking studio. Or inside of that studio. There is like sex trafficking involved. Diddy could be facing way bigger problems than Cassie. Especially with what they found at his mansions. We have no clue of what evidence this has. This is why I hate this being a federal case, because we're not allowed in that courtroom. Her testimony did nothing regarding the RICO. All she proved is that the world knew that what we saw in video. Well, she probably proved he was a creep. She probably proved he beat on women. She probably proved he raped her. You know, she probably put that in the jury's, you know, in the thoughts of the jury. Well, he R-worded me. He made me do things I didn't want to do. He peed on me, you know. Know better, do better. Those are all adults. Yep. Yeah, man. Stay out the bullshit. That's all I could tell you. If you know that something's wrong and you go ahead and do it, that means you've done wrong. Past tense. If you know something is wrong and you say, oh, it's okay, and you go ahead and do it, you have done wrong or done something wrong. If you know it's right, then you know it's right. I think all of us were taught right from wrong at a very, very young age. You know that little smack on your hand? I know you don't remember it. Maybe you've given them as mom and dads and stuff. You know that little pop on the mouth that you give the baby? Shut up. It's called right from wrong. You get taught these things. And I think at Diddy's age, you should know right from fucking wrong. But like Kevin said, these people are they're drug fueled. Imagine the fucking types of drugs these dudes have. They probably got A1 drugs. Probably the best cocaine, probably the best fucking H, probably the best fucking ecstasy. They say they was putting it in Ciroc bottles. They was making liquid cocaine, bro. They wasn't snorting cocaine. They were drinking it. Like these dudes were doing high powered drugs. Read them transcripts. Yeah, they said that she was going along with a lot of the freak offs, but then in a lot of those texts though, she was saying, "But I got things to do tomorrow, so I won't be there. I got this to do." But you know, it's not up for us to decide. You know what I mean? MDMA, all the opioids, coke, yeah. What a life to live, bro. Let me tell you. And that's where a lot of these rich people lead to is just drugs. Because when you're rich and you think about it, what else do? You're rich. You could do anything in the world that you want to do, right? So you start to just doing those things while you're high. You go, okay, well, let's get high and do those things. Well, anybody could jump on their fucking yacht and take it around the world, but let's do it high. Let's get high while we do it. Drugs will never leave the planet. Drugs will never stop coming across the border. The politicians make sure the drugs are here because the politicians like to get high. Everybody likes to get high on something. Sex, drugs, gambling. It doesn't matter. Money. It don't matter. Her testimony really painted them as drug addicts that were toxic and were perverts combined with him being abusive. I know. What's up, Don? 50 side bitches and a lot of video games. I would try to, if I was that rich, bro, I would try to do something good with it. I would really try to do something good with it, bro. First of all, if I was that rich, everybody that I knew that were good people would have a home bought for them and a vehicle. Here's a home. Here's a brand new vehicle. Y'all are good. Maybe buy a business for a homie. You know what I mean? Maybe start to do things for the neighborhood. Mike Epps came back to my neighborhood and took up 2 blocks, bro, and rebuilt them bitches. No bullshit. I'm not bullshitting you none. He bought 2 blocks in my neighborhood and rebuilt them motherfuckers. Rebuilt them. Dave Chappelle moved into a town in Ohio and funds the whole fucking town. Every bit of money that is in the town that Dave Chappelle lives in is all funded by him somehow, some way. It's the dollar is generated through him. And that's amazing to me that people are that generous. We need more of that in this world. Period. We need more of it. I'm a giver instead of a taker. But don't take my kindness for weakness. Diddy didn't have to lie to kick it. When you're a billionaire, women don't mind knowing you got other women. I know, like, that's what I don't get. The movie Deep Cover was about funding an organization that wanted to make synthetic narcotics. Yep. Yeah, you'll be very surprised what women agree to when you're up front and rich as fuck and on drugs. Yeah, Dave Chappelle's a G for sure. He literally runs his whole town. He funds the whole town. Like the store that was bought by him. Gas stations bought by him. And then people started to buy their own things and build up beyond that. And he's done it. He built his own town. He literally built his own town. Yeah, you give women drugs. I mean, and that's truthful to men too, dude. Imagine how many men he had on tape. You see, he had Cuba Gooding Jr. looking crazy as fuck in that video at that young boy, looking like he wanted to eat that young boy for a snack. Cuba was always weird to me, though. Cuba was always weird. Yeah, women these days have a price, that's for sure. It used to not be that way. It used to be by value, morals, and honor. If a man had values and morals and stood for something, the woman wanted him more. Now it's all about money. Period. Fuck a value, fuck a moral. Fuck all that shit. It goes all out the window. All right, y'all. It is Friday evening. I want you guys to have a blessed Friday. Stay safe out there and stay dangerous. We are Aggressive Defiance TV, where we expose the fake and we congratulate the great. You guys have a beautiful, blessed evening. It is Friday. Have fun, but stay safe. I love y'all. Peace.
I gon' come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions, I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. Mala bro, he makes it vanish, he with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground, it's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy, don't you have your bitch around. Switch up on this bitch, I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the midst of shit that we ain't do, we spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide, think she trying to set the pick. But the hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out, yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock, let's catch a op so I can test the bitch. I gon' come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood.